Hey guys, it's Justin again, and Happy New Year, everyone. We're in the year of 2014, and if you've been on Facebook, you've seen I've been promoting and celebrating that I have had 50 subscribers, finally. It's just been a long count since May when I started doing this. Actually, since I've done announced that on Facebook and on different groups, I think I've had at least maybe 10 people subscribe, which made me very excited. So, um, doing pretty good. And if you read on Facebook, you saw what previews may be here soon. We're gonna be tonight. I'm gonna be talking about what me and Brian Wilson talked about. He called me on Christmas Eve. If I'm sure you've seen that video, if you're watching this, I'm not going to leave the camera on me the whole time because one, I can't see it. Two, you probably don't want to look at my face the whole time. So I will, while I'm talking about it, I will go through the trading cards that I got around Christmas that I didn't get to open up. I got some for Christmas and some before Christmas on the second part or the sequel of my trading card video. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and start talking about that. So anyway, got a little lap desk here. And so anyway, uh, I was at my parents' house on Christmas Eve, and according to Brian's people, he was going to be calling me around, let's see, I believe 3 o'clock Pacific Coast time. So it'd be 6 o'clock Indiana time. And so I waited and made sure I was not in the car. I had my phone charging and was very excited, obviously. Knew it was going to be short and just figured I'd go with the flow with, whatever we're going to talk about. I'm not going to make it any more awkward for him because I know he gets that way. So, let him leave it to the script. So, about 5:30, I was eating some leftovers, and this call came on, and it had no caller ID, and I thought this has got to be Brian. This is him. So, yeah, picked up the phone. I said, "Hey," or he said, "Hey, Justin, this is Brian Wilson." I was like, "Oh, hey, Brian, what's going on?" And he said, "Oh, it's just calling to congratulate you with winning the contest on Facebook." And I was like, "Yeah, thank you, I appreciate that." And he says, "What do you got going for tonight for Christmas Eve?" And of course, I told him going to be hanging out with family and uh, talking to or watching A Christmas Story, which is on 24 hours. And I asked him what he was doing, and he said that he had a catered dinner of 50 people invited. And I asked him who was invited. Maybe he would tell me Carney and Wendy, or some other family would be there, or friends. And he said friends and family. Of course, that's the type of thing I get from Brian. You get from Brian when asking that kind of stuff. So, and then he asked me what I was going to be doing for Christmas Day, and of course I was just going out to my grandparents and filled him in on that, and not really much to talk about. And I knew it was going to be a very short conversation, and out of here was my 2 minutes of fame. He says, "Well, I hope you have a great Christmas," and I said, thanks, everything, very appreciative, and let him know how much I loved him calling, and wished him a Merry Christmas, and we were on our way. And I want to point out this card, Good Vibrations. Very cool picture. I've not really seen that before. But anyway, so it was a very short conversation, but it's very personable, and I really enjoyed that. You know, some people really wanted me to record it. Uh, One, they didn't really want me to record it. Um, I was told ahead of time that, you know, they were reserved the right, the privacy, which I totally understand. I didn't really have the technology or the patience to do it. And, you know, it's, if it had been, you know, ask a trivia question or something, you know, or during a charity time, I would understand and, you know, try to come up with something, but it wasn't anything, you know, I didn't feel like I should ask anything. So, uh, but it was cool, you know, and Brian doesn't have to do that. And I know a lot of people on Facebook said, "Oh, I didn't win," and you know, I'm sorry for that. You know, that's just the way that the game's played. I mean, we didn't pay money to be entered in. You know, we didn't gamble. It was just, it was just the luck of a draw. I'm sorry about that. I mean, even if I didn't win, I probably wouldn't even known. I mean, may have seen the winners, you know, on a Facebook page, but really, I mean, you know, oh bum, that's a bummer. I didn't get it, but you know, it's not gonna ruin my day. I mean, I honestly have never won anything online like that. It was pretty awesome. So, anyway, I'm sure the other two callers had a good time with it, and I did talk to one of them who said that they said congratulations for the Grammy and everything, and with smile, and he all he said was just thank you, and went on talking about Christmas. So sounds like it was just specifically about that. So that's, you know, that's just about it. You know, I figured that's how it would be, and so anyway, uh, got some good stacks of cards here. I was pretty excited about this. Got a couple of my stocking stuffer, and let's see if I can just pick through here, because a lot are some are repeats and some are new, but there's some cool stuff to go along. And of course, I just showed you the specialty cards I had. Just I got an artist proof and you know, the surfer foil. You know, that's cool. Um, and I believe, let me get this second stack here. Around card 80, let's see where I'm at. 95, 75. Oh, geez, Al's mullet. There's the guys on Capitol Roof. That was pretty cool. You know, it's really cool that they encapsulated, you know, all that. There's Mike with the wild honey jacket on. Great to see that in color. That is awesome. I love it. Wish I could have that. Beach Boys 85. There they are with the reunion that year. Well, I guess a couple years ago. You know, the back of That's What Got Me at the Radio. Great pictures. And then we go back to like Keeping the Summer Alive sessions. There's Mike picking up some good vibrations. And there's the guys on Rock and Roll to the Rescue video. And that's one of the ones I want to point out. That was pretty cool. I like that picture a lot. I like that card. So, anyway, just so I don't get cut off, I'm going to make it short here, even though we've already been on here for 9 minutes. I'm just going to give you a little preview of what's coming up. So, if you've been on Facebook, any of those groups, you've seen that I posted these pictures from People Magazine as Dennis Wilson's his death anniversary, I guess you could say. I've read this article before. I'd like to reread it sometime, and that's not it at all. And you know, it's pretty awesome, and I'd like to reread it and, you know, give it a little observation and review. So maybe we'll go through that. Here is the tour program from the Celebration tour. I paid $100 for this, but I I barely had any of these guys' autographs except Brian, so I really wanted it. It's a great tour program with great pictures throughout the years. I'll get more thorough into that. And then, you know, what's this album? Huh, Pet Sounds. What's this album? Pet Sounds. What's this album? Oh, Pet Sounds. What's this album? Pet Sounds. What is this album? Pet Sounds. So we'll go through that sometime and see what we can gather there. And then here's some random releases I've gotten over the years. American Summer. Here's the Hype Morgan sessions on a 1961 on a different logo. I believe it's Springboard. And then Pickwick of Surfing Safari, and with the guys at 2020. So I'll be doing some video on re-releases of that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this little short update, and hope you guys had a great Christmas and great New Year, and we'll see you soon.